Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to not the road to nowhere anymore because we've made it to Scotland. So, where are we? I've got where we are. Annan. We are in Annan. The coast is about an half an hour walk away. So we're just sitting, having a bit of lunch, letting that thing charge, the solar panel thing, because we've just been sat on a bus for over an hour, haven't we?
Well, I found that other battery. It's in my sleeping bag.
Was it?
Right.
Oh. And we've just, we were like, oh, we'll ask this guy where we needed to go to get to the beach. And he's like, that's a far walk. We need to go to Palfoot or somewhere, which is a bit further on, but once we get to the coast, it's just like... And then he was talking with me, and he's like, I'm going to give you a bit more reading. I was like, okay, thinking he was going to hand me a map or something, you know, like, because the old, like, not, he wasn't old, but the older generation do normally just carry random maps and what. He passes me death, and he goes, would you like to live in a world like that? And I was like, yeah, because wouldn't it be cool if we all just lived off the land or whatever? He goes, I'm a Jehovah's Witness. Trust me and Brad, out of everybody that we could have asked coming off the bus, we bumped into them. He was nice, like nice guy. Asked if we were married. We were like, no. He was like, why? Brad's excuses because the cake's too expensive. Never been turned down so fast when I said I was going. Let's go to Gretna Green. But no. Oh God, not on the cards, I don't think. But anyway, here we are in Scotland now. So I don't know. We'll probably change series now because we're here. Because it's like not really the road to nowhere now because we're where we were going. But some lovely people on the bus as well. They're like, oh, you know, telling us where to go, all the festivals. We missed the Fire Festival. The Fire Festival was last weekend. That's the one I wanted to come and see. So next year, that's where we'll be going. Old man is not very bored anymore. It's been about, what is it now? 3 weeks, 2 weeks, I don't know.
3 weeks including your nan's back garden.
3 weeks including nan's back garden now. Loads of nice people in Carlisle as well. I want to see, you know, even just the chats, like, you know, I think people needed to have them chats, you know, and we were just there. Because a lot of them were just lonely old men, weren't they? Just walking around, not really. What's it? And I know it sounds really stupid, but we weren't sat outside a train station with all the bags or whatever. We were sat, it was raining, weren't it? And we were waiting for a bus. Which we didn't end up getting until this morning anyway. Because by the time we got to the bus station, that bus was full. The next one was going to be full. And we were like, by the time we get anywhere, it's going to be, I was right, we went about half an hour walk from where we were. Well, I said about an hour.
It was getting dark and we were still waiting.
Yeah, and it was getting dark. So we stayed in Carlisle again. Well, there's some really nice people in Carlisle. We had out for Euros, man, didn't we? It was his ex-army, was he?
Yeah.
Ex-army. He was sat talking to us and, you know, gave us a couple of quid for Simba because he rescues dogs, and he was like, here, have some of that. And he was asking us what we do, what we're doing, and we were like, oh, we're just, just walking. But I want to make one thing clear, right? Because I've had a few comments, not going to say by who, but about people helping us, right? Yes, we were supposed to walk, but there was a fire. We don't ask for money. The only time we asked anybody for money was I've asked my mum, your brother, and Jay, weren't you? And that's when the fires were happening, and we hadn't got the money in on the card, on our cards, to pay at a card only place, right? When these people talk to us, we tell them that we are walking, that we have decided to do it ourselves, right? We don't say that we're homeless, because we're not homeless. No, but we're not homeless anyway. But, and if people out of the kindness of their own hearts want to help us, that's up to them. But they know the truth. They know where we've come from. They know what we're doing. And these people want to help. We're not begging. We're not asking for anything, are we? They're asking us what we're doing. We're like, oh, we're making our way up to the top of Scotland, and they'll give us. Someone gave us whatever, like in the coffee shop. They were throwing it away anyway, so they give it us. The odd couple of pounds off someone who's been speaking to us for 10 minutes for the dog. And if we don't even that, yes, that coat probably doesn't help the situation, right? But it's the only one he's got right now. So, but we're not sat here going, oh, we need money, we need help, right? We're not. I come out here knowing that we were going to be basically by ourselves the whole time. I know, with money and everything, right? And yeah, we do have the odd person that sends us a little bit of money. Like my nan will send a little bit. She sent a little bit the other day on my cards, right? And I'm going to put it out there that we don't ask. We don't ask. We're not begging. We don't sit there, yeah, as if we're homeless. We just sit, we talk to these people. If they want to help, they want to help. If my family wants to send us money, they want to send us money, whatever. And the other thing is that really annoys me as well is that people don't think that we have it in us to figure out how to get money ourselves if we need it. I sat up most of the night last night. I didn't do that many, but and on the other one, you saw that I was going to paint rocks and stuff, making bracelets, right? And I just, on the beach or whatever, just put them out, let people buy them. That's a bit of money, isn't it? But I'm not going to have people, and you know who you are. I'm not going to say your name. Basically telling me I haven't thought about it. Right? When I've spent the last bloody year planning what we're doing. Just because there was an unfortunate massive wildfire that hindered the plans of what we were supposed to be doing, doesn't mean that we don't know what we're doing. It does that's, and I'm just making that, putting that point across, because I'm sick of it. Like, I haven't lived on the earth for 26 years, right? Not knowing anything about it or how to do anything. Okay? I've done most of my life by myself. Right, yeah. You got your little bits of family or whatever behind you. But no. I can't be having people thinking that we're that stupid that we can't figure out how to make money ourselves when we know exactly what we're doing. And what we can do. We've got little books written out, haven't we, that say odd jobs that when we get to the little towns, when we're further up in Scotland, we'll be putting in shops and cafes and stuff. So, like, you know, if a little old lady needs lights changing, she can ring. Even if she wants to give us a pie, we'll do it. We'll do it. But I'm just making sure that everybody knows that we aren't begging, we aren't asking for anything. We don't want anything off anybody. We're doing it ourselves. And that's the last thing I'm going to say on that. Because otherwise I'm going to start getting angry, because it's ridiculous that people don't even know people who are supposed to know who I am haven't got a clue who I am or what I'm about. So, and the fact that they think that we're just going to sit and beg is ridiculous. Anyway, so we'll see you when we're on the coast anyway. Okay, bye.
Take your fucking bob hat off.
Shut up, Summer. Herons. Oh. So, I just found something that I thought was really cool. It's cool. I really want to keep it. Look.
My only concern is the fucking tide comes in there.
Where? So, we're at camp now. Just in addition to me moaning earlier, we actually have sold shit on this journey. I had to sell my big camera lens, which I was gutted about when we got here because there's so many birds and I couldn't take a photo of them because I didn't have the right lens. And then we met a guy, didn't we? And he was like, "I would have brought it off here." But we want to say thank you to the little old lady. She's about 84, isn't she? Who come over from Holland as an au pair a long time ago. She stood talking to us for about half an hour to an hour, and then wandered off and come back with cat food, didn't she, for Mummy? She's got her own cat, so she must have been home, grabbed some from home and brought it to us. Then there was a woman from Stockport, weren't there?
Yeah.
Hi! No, you'll be watching. Thank you to you as well. And then thanks to the other random guy, to him as well. But I just want people to know that we aren't begging these people for anything. We aren't even asking them for anything. It's what you get when you're nice people. You know what I mean? And I know this video is just me moaning about people saying that we shouldn't be relying on other people, but we're not. I've sat and made bracelets to sell when we get to a beach that's got people on it. Or do the rocks or whatever. Like, we've got different means of making money, and
People don't understand.
people don't understand that we're smart enough to do that. And the people that we're telling everyone the truth. We're on holiday. We're walking. You know, and if they're kind enough to do that, then they're kind enough to do that, aren't they? What's it got to do with anybody else? Right. Like the guy offered us a lift, didn't he? Said, do you want a lift? We were like, no. Kind of wish that I said yes now, but we've got the dog and we've got the cat and we've got all the crap, and you've got a really small car, auntie, and but we spoke to him for a good 2 or 3 hours, didn't we? He was taking photos of birds and I was taking photos and all that malarkey. Yeah, so there's not really much of an update. I'll show you. Don't worry, we asked about the tide. The tide shouldn't be coming in any more than it is already. But yeah, spoke to fishing and everything, haven't we, today? So I know this has been a bit of a moan, a bit of a mixture of different things, but you know, we're not relying on anybody to get us anywhere, to give us money or anything. It's just us. We're just going. And if people are generous enough and want to, then you know, we're gonna take it, aren't we? But you would. So yeah. Anyway, that's it. Why do I look like I'm going grey? Oh, stress. Well, that's about it. He's just what he's doing, lying down. Mimic's over there. Simmer's over.
I'm making sure the bed's comfy.
Because we're on rocks.
Quality control.
So yeah, there we go. And then what we're doing, walking to Pal Foot tomorrow. It's about a mile down the beach.
You can see it.
Yeah, we can see on the camera, but it's like there.
Well, the bloke said what we can see is the end of it.
Yeah, the caravan park, which you can see like here, like over there, is the end of Foot. So just a thanks again to everyone who stopped and spoke to us today. You know, who gave us some advice on where to go, on what to do. Who gave Mimic some food. For the first time this trip, someone's actually given Mimic something instead of Simba.
He was not happy.
Wasn't happy about it. But she was a lovely old lady, weren't she? Come over as a new pair, didn't she?
So there's a life story.
Literally was telling, yeah, there was one bit we were like,
Go.
yeah, basically. And she was basically what she was saying was she worked for these posh clothes, basically. Beep. And basically she just put them in a place, didn't she? She was saying. And there was a plumber who worked for him. And she actually married him. And she said that to him, didn't she? That she was going to marry him. and they were like, no, because he's a plumber. But she did, and they were together for a long time, weren't they? Like 50 plus years. He's died now though. But she said she missed him, didn't she? But she liked the freedom. So yeah, but that's it. And then we saw another guy that was like, what was he, Stokey?
Yeah.
And he'd got a Malamute.
No, Scouse.
Scouse. It wasn't a Malamute either, was it?
Malamore.
Yeah, Malamore. He'd got, yeah, he told us way too much about that dog.
He would kill everything.
Yeah, just kept saying he wants to kill everything. Like, it's not our fault that people are so open with us, is it? You know what I mean? And we sit and we listen to these people's live stories, and they sit and listen to us. So, you know,
Give and take,
yeah,
isn't it?
basically, yeah. So, yeah, there we go. And just a quick addition, right? The only reason I'm telling you all this is because we want this YouTube channel to be as real as possible. As real as possible. That's why in one of the videos, we're on about selling Simba. Would we ever actually sell Simba? No. But at that moment in time, with how he was acting and where we were, it was a possibility that we might have had to get rid of him. Right? I've also been told not to tell people not to moan about the dog. Right? But I know what you guys are like. And if you don't see us feed them or you don't see us water them, apparently we're not doing it. Which is fucking, which is ridiculous. Right?
Simba's not eating in about 2 weeks.
No. It was starving him to death. But no, the point I'm trying to get across is you get what you give out, right? If we sit and listen to all these stories and they want to give us something back, that's up to them. Yeah. And, yeah, we probably do moan about a lot of people quite a lot because they deserve to be moaned about. Look at them. And just because we've got a cat and a dog doesn't mean that we can't have a little bit of a moan about other people getting in the way or whatever. But anyway, so here we are. Ta-da! We made it to Scotland! So, yeah. Catch you in the next one.